I'm ready to rock and roll and put some dicks in some holes.
You got that Pfizer Moderna?
Pfizer Moderna.
Sing Yeetus, but he kind of comes and goes, I suppose.
Yep. He'll appear when he's ready.
He's like Boblin the Goblin. He visits.
Oh, how's Diablos coming, Patches? I could prepay. That will let you, buy stuff.
How's the what?
Diablos.
Oh, it's almost done, man. I just have to do some filling, and it's gonna be all pretty.
Yeah. Question is, do you want it painted before it gets to you?
Yeah, he
Yes.
does.
Which
Okay,
I'm factoring in
well-
the cost.
Okay. Well, looks like I guess I do need to come over this weekend so we can get it done.
I mean, if you want to, I can still paint it. It's not a big deal either way.
Who's the better painter?
I'm drinking fucking pear juice. Hold on.
Did you say parrot juice?
No, I was drinking pear juice.
Ooh, that was-
Wait on the wrong pipe. Well, Garrett, you pick who you want to paint it. How about that?
Uh,
You're the buyer.
He just wants it to look
guess
nice.
with the money? We still haven't decided on costs. It's gonna be pretty expensive. It's a large model, and then painting is very valuable.
Man, I don't like you paying me anything, Garrett. You know that.
Too bad. Goods and service.
We'll figure all that out later. Far, far down the road. 6, 7 now.
Consider it a wedding gift, Garrett. Checkmate.
Oh.
Got him.
Who wants to do last time on D&D?
Last time on D&D, we fought 3 crazy witches and their sister bitches,
And
and
the leader disappeared.
we plugged one of them for not being gangster enough.
Damn.
She fucked with the wrong clan. The
She's still
Wu-Tang.
alive now, though, is she not?
And the 2 other ones killed my brother and stole him,
It did.
which then I proceeded to revive the dead bitch and threaten her to teleport me to my brother, pretty much.
You hadn't revived her yet, because
Yeah,
I
I did.
stopped you. Because things are happening. Well, we're walking back a little bit.
Well, I
You
can kill
said
her.
you did, but
Backpedal, crawfish.
it doesn't mean it just happens. Yeah, not too much happening. For my spiel, a rather disastrous battle. The Night Hags were doing all they could to hide their power or strike a deal with you. Not having it at all, you surprised them with a quick attack, incurring their wrath. The Hags, powerful, but preferring the shadows to a prolonged battle, achieved a Pyrrhic victory, taking Kalir and setting upon you an unknown curse. The black sigil is burned in your hand, tattoo-like and ominous. The children, being rescued in the middle of the commotion, were simply let loose and told to scram, which they quickly did. You find yourselves in the abandoned the windmill, not sawmill. We've already been to a sawmill. The abandoned windmill. The bakery smell holds a much more unnerving quality now, the pastry holding ground up children's bones and dark magics.
Delicious.
Fallen hag lays in a bloody pile. Numerous stab wounds drip milky gray blood. Her head shape is slightly off, having taken extreme skull damage over the course of the short battle.
Oh no, she's gonna be retarded when I revive.
You got to investigate some of the second floor, but there may still be secrets. The first floor is pretty torn asunder and seems to be mostly like baking stuff. And finally, as just a reminder, you found
Let me get in roll 20.
saw a strange structure at the back of the windmill, but you did not have time to investigate. Then should have done this before the write-up actually. Let's jump to you, Patches, real quick. So I'm gonna try and interject you quickly, so there's no downtime. You don't have to do introduction yet, but let's do your secrets and fears.
Yeah. I'm getting out real dice for this. I'm no longer going to be rolling. I've seen what it's done to my former people.
Scared of elves.
All right. let's see, 2D100, right?
Yes.
46.
Interesting.
I knew you were gonna say that shit.
Of course he is. And then 18.
Interesting.
Patches. Through some way that you'll decide, you came in possession of a gem. A green, a sort of a diamond shape, large gem. Imprisoned within it is a celestial. Someone gave it to you to take care of. Don't know why or what it does, but someone told you to take care of it. Maybe that'll come up later. And it's a secret to everyone. So you tell them.
That's green, right?
Yeah.
Did it come from an old man with a wooden sword?
Maybe. He wanted the bombs, but he didn't have any.
And then 18 was mine.
You claustrophobia. Easy one.
Okay. It's not even that bad. I'm expecting something much scarier. I'm okay.
Now,
What
our
is-
first mission after this is gonna be a tunnel, a very cramped tunnel.
Full of people stealing gems.
No!
So specific. What is your character's name, Patches?
My character's name is Dathus Amara.
Dathus?
It's gonna be Yolanda.
ATHUS, I assume?
Dathis.
Dat
Dathus.
his. Dat his.
At his sword arm. Dathus, you on. Well, let's see. So the elves of Barovia were once a proud and prosperous people. With Strahd's dominion over the land and sky many years ago, they have suffered greatly, some even say most greatly. While cities can be barely said to be safe, those that live in the forest and the outskirts have been living in a hell all their own. Striking out, determined to locate your brother, as well as destroy the source of this evil, and other reasons you have that you can illuminate on, you one day met a strange fortune teller. She told you, as she has told many others, that Strahd seeks a woman protected by a party of adventurers. That she and them may be the key to your freedom, or to plunging Barovia finally over the edge into hell. She pointed you in a direction and hoped the fates smiled down warmly on you. Dathus? You find yourself in a tiny town whose name barely is worth learning. Expecting to find nothing here, you were ready to continue onward until you started hearing the most insane sounds. Though it was over in a flash, the clear sounds of battle led you towards the windmill. Walking up, in the distance you see a woman and a halfling at the edge of a huge windmill doorway, looking panicked. Then, more sounds of steel and magic, and finally, nothing, as the battle itself seemed quickly over. Walking up, roll me a perception check.
20?
Oh, okay, well then. Um, Walking up towards the windmill way, you see a young gypsy man, barely hiding, sort of hunched down, wearing dyed leathers and the tight ponytail that's in fashion with many of the young gypsies. He's hiding out by the small wooden fence around the place. He is pointing a mirror towards the windmill inexplicably.
All right. Because I know that Josh is doing this, and I think it would be a good idea for all of us to. I'm going to give it a shot, and if my voice acting sucks, you got to bear with me. So just tell me.
Okay.
Do it. Do
Do your
it.
best.
Do it.
Let's see if I can. I'm trying to think of how I should have practiced these before.
Do Hisoka. Do Hisoka.
No, fuck
it.
him.
Do it. You could just
What
walk
do
up and you'd be
what do
like,
you do?
Calagath. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, yes, get stronger for me.
Actually, Patches, hold that thought. Practice amongst yourself for 1 second. I gotta get a charging cable. I'll be back. One second. 1 second.
All the moaning turned him on. He's got to go handle it on something. Oh.
So I think I'm gonna try to do a British accent. I don't know how well it's gonna turn out, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Hey, fuck
I
it,
think
man.
you should just try and sound like night elves do.
I don't. My sound has been off on WoW since the first year I played it.
So weird.
What was it, slash joke? I got invited to a stag party the other day.
I
Yeah.
don't even remember.
All right. What do you say it was? Old English?
Just like British.
Oh no. Okay.
Not like, but hey, oi, you
Ah,
don't want
governor.
that. No,
Cockney.
no, but just like a British accent. Figured that would be worth a shot.
He's gonna do proper English, rather.
I can just do regular fucking speak American.
Australian.
Well, no, I'm saying if he
I
does
don't
like
think you
a proper English, which is like the more of a modern British, it doesn't have all the Cockney to it.
So I was just gonna say to the guy, like, what are you doing with it?
That didn't sound very British at all.
Yeah.
Well, I
yeah,
did
dude.
it earlier. Everybody was moaning to each other, so it's kind of weird.
Oh, gone.
um, he starts back at you, unexpecting, someone to come up behind him. He kind of falls back on his ass a little, and he's holding the silver sheen mirror tightly to his chest, and he says, "Oh, nothing. I'm trying to see what's going on in there."
Are you from here?
Um, he says, "Yes, my camp is outside. Who are you?"
That's none of your damn business.
Well, then I suppose I'm none of yours.
I'll give him that. I'll go to kick open the door.
Okay, so ignoring him.
Yeah.
All right, well, hold on. Cut back. It's all happening at once. So you're dealing with him, or dealt with him. You just ignored him. James,
Yes.
Clear. No, Calgath, sorry. You were looking for a way to revive this lady, correct?
Yes.
Hector pins one wrist with a heavy work boot, axe at the ready for any funny business. Irina watches your six, but she is much more interested in what Calgath is doing. The rest of you are kind of all surrounding this old hag in her injured state. You're gonna cast your magic.
Yeah, revivify. It only works if they like just die.
Casting
Yeah.
your magic, an
Like-
intense burning pain starts in your hand and wraps up your arm. The pain is exquisite, blinding, but goes away after a moment. The mark on your hand is grown, leaving black strands, pale and small, starting to go up and around your hand.
Shit.
Hag's eyes open. She makes a painful exhalation, a death rattle frozen in time. Her milky cataract eyes open unevenly. She scowls at you.
I'll say, your sisters have left with my brother. Where did they take him?
She says in a pained, dying way, she says, "Your brother is going to be taught what the rewards of meddling are."
I'll say, I'll stab you and bring you back to life as many times as I need to.
um,
Can you
Calgath,
take
you
me
give the
to where
word.
he is?
I couldn't take you there even if I had any inclination to. Only Mother can. Too bad, eh? Is baby going to cry?
Calagath, you tell me, and I just say the word, and I'll slice her throat again.
She goes, haggish laugh.
I ready my blade against her throat. Bitch, I'm not fucking around. Answer the question.
She did, though. Unless you want to roll insight, she did answer your question.
Well, yeah, we'll do insight on whether she, like whether she can or not bring us. 23.
Seems quite honest. Yeah, it just seems like she couldn't
Yeah.
take you there even if she wanted.
Bitch. I'll say, then we have no use for you. Do it. And I will, kind of just nod at John.
I'll ask her if. Do you have any possessions or trinkets that would actually lead us to where they are? Anything that ties you to your family?
She says, "Well, there is the doorway."
Bitch, this ain't no lion witch in the wardrobe. I'm gonna kill your ass.
What kind of doorway? What are we talking about?
She points up a bony, gnarled hand up behind you, well, up to the side, sort of towards the furnace, the big baking area. And she says, "Look."
What do I see?
You see her cast magic missile at you, James. Oldest trick in the book.
Does it hit me?
Yeah, magic missile hits.
It
I'm
always does.
dead.
Really?
I was at 2 health at the end of that
yeah,
fight.
Oh god.
There ain't no rolling dice now, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm just dead.
Only 3d4, but.
That is impossible to roll under 2. Like,
Just-
under 3.
Ah!
So I crack her. in
Well,
the head with the
Patches,
frickin' staff.
time to crank out my WoW character.
Hang on.
was a trick.
I gotta make a phone call.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so how do you know you're dead? I don't understand. I thought your life was at 2.
It is at 2. She cast
Yeah, if
magic
she
missile. It
casts
cannot
magic
possibly
missile,
roll
yeah.
1.
Even if she I think at the very lowest level you can cast it, I think it's what, like 3 missiles?
Also,
Yeah, it's
1d4
3 dice,
plus
so
one.
Yeah,
even
so
at the
it's-
lowest, it's still
it's
3,
6
which is more than my
damage.
health.
Yeah, it's 1.
Great, but you would
plus
just
1
get knocked
per-
out. You wouldn't like die,
Yeah,
right?
you're not dead.
he's
I'm the only
unconscious.
healer. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you're unconscious. We can still stabilize you and shit.
Yeah.
And James is just trying to knock that shit. He's like, "Yep, I guess I'm dead. Don't heal me."
Yeah.
No. Fucking, you can heal me if you want.
Hey,
Uh,
what are y'all doing in here?
you gotta fight the witch now.
You're like crazy, screaming and swinging under it. You know,
Yeah.
crazy.
So yeah,
No,
I'm
you-
back.
I crack her in the
you guys
skull with a
alone.
friggin'.
There's a reason why I didn't have you once, and that was your
Bam.
Bam.
into your
It is done.
love you.
Like a spoon pushing in mashed potatoes. Her head folds into itself.
Jesus Christ.
One last cackle on her lips
Fucking
at the
hell,
at the
imagery.
trick she pulled. One last knife in your sides. Calgath, you barely hanging on, just like taking all the adrenaline you could and pushing it forward in the name of your brother. The spell hits you like a gunshot, pushing your head back. You fall back, finally knocked out after all of that.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put damage
No.
to damage.
I want to stabilize him.
Yeah, I'll. Can I assist him or something?
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
proficient.
Assist was an older thing, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Imagine this character. No,
Like,
give me
you
medicine
need
or
to
something.
die.
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't.
know.
I don't need the assist.
I
I'm,
croak out. Make sure to pay attention to the balls while you're stroking the shaft.
I'm proficient in it, so that's a +5, but it's a natural 20.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Well, that'll do it. Oh, James, guess
James,
what?
not
though?
only are you up, but you've grown a third arm you never had.
You feel better than ever, except for the D100 you got to roll.
Yeah, motherfucker. Death might have been better.
I'll roll a 1.
Let's do it. I'll do it in roll 20. This is always interesting in roll 20. Did it do it? 14.
Ooh. Okay.
Good fucking god. Did I lose a finger or some shit?
That one's pretty bad.
God. I slit my own throat.
God
No.
damn.
Okay, so how does that translate?
Did her
Next-
spell rip my fucking arm off?
Next death save, you have to do, you start at one negative, like one fail.
Oh, shit.
I'll have to remember that.
So 33% increase. Yeah, please write that down because I'll forget.
Oh, wait. I have a
33%.
note that says stabilize after getting knocked down once.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you
What
didn't
was
use
that
that last
from?
time?
No, from because he didn't pass. He didn't go
No, I
unconscious from
didn't get
piercing. He
killed.
had
I had
the
2 health.
yeah. He had the half orc ability that basically
Yeah.
caused him when he
No,
went
I
unconscious.
don't have that.
No,
This
No,
is
no, he
the,
got
from
the
that
last
from.
the last time that you actually passed out, you went unconscious. That was the effect that you got. You got the half orc trait for the
He
next
doesn't
time that
have
you
that.
went.
I have.
I know, but I'm saying the last time that he went unconscious and had to roll, that was what his roll was. He got that one time use to
Well, I mean,
stabilize
just
to
because I
1 health point.
stabilized doesn't mean I don't get the roll or
No, but
whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
saying you wouldn't have died.
But yeah, I wouldn't have died. Well,
Oh,
I
well.
will take that out of my notes because that is used up, and I will add the other thing.
Yay.
I went from being able to not die to dying a little bit more
Easier.
next time.
Quicker, yeah. I've become more frail.
Deathis?
Become more proficient at dying.
Yeah,
Proficiency
I'm
die.
like the Usain Bolt of dying.
Really is, though. Deathis, ignoring whatever the Vastanti, the gypsy man, is doing, you walk up to the windmill. You find a motley crew. Um, halfling with a stick, ice wizard, your brother, a ninja rogue, just this whole crazy crew. You already know them. Beautiful lady with the long sword. Uh, you walk up and you find a group of people all kind of treating and picking up your brother, and his brother's like bleeding from these huge wounds in his forehead, as well as like crackling energy is all around him. They're kind of tending to his blood and his wounds as you walk in.
How
I
many kids these
immediately. I'm
motherfuckers
gonna call
have?
out his name. Okay. Wait. What?
I said, how many kids these motherfuckers have?
Yeah, that's a good point. They're like 400,
Yeah.
400 years old. They got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call out his name, then rush to Caligath, and then cast Cure Wounds on him.
Calcath.
Can rangers do it?
You can cast
Range
light magic.
Yeah. Heal for for 8 hit points.
Hell yeah.
Calcath know this brother?
He should. He is. I'm related to both of them, but I am a full elf as opposed to being a half elf. I am older than both of the two.
I'll kind of like
He was from the first
awake
marriage.
and be like, they took him. They took him. And I'll be really freaked out that I'm injured since that was my fear.
God, yeah.
Being injured was my fear. So
Cool.
I'm really like, there's blood everywhere.
I can't stand the sight of blood.
Oh.
Okay,
Jeez.
let's not turn to the red guy from Cow and Chicken, James.
I can't do a Phoenix accent because I'm gonna be just cracking up the entire fucking time.
Nah,
True.
you got to.
That's why,
You gotta do
that's
it.
why I don't try to do things like that.
Nah, Garrett.
Can I see any kind
What do
of
you
actual
look like?
resemblance between the two?
I am tall and lithe, like most elves tend to be. I have like olive green hair and golden, like yellow golden eyes. I have a picture made, and I can send it.
He's
In
playful.
It's in all 20
Wait, what?
faces anyway.
Yeah.
Did you use? Hey, yeah, there you go.
That's
Yep,
actually
what-
that's
in
actually
roll-
relatively close to how Ecliptic look on my character.
Oh, James, this is the moment of truth. Which orc do you want to represent you? Green or orange?
Caligat's green. You bitch.
That was your opportunity to steal it if you wanted to, though.
Well, of course he would.
Hey, that was my character art from back whenever I was a half elf, half orc in Rusted. Whenever I had the big wolf.
Yeah, I remember.
So Patrick stole it from me.
Speaking of a wolf,
I don't even know where that art. I didn't give anybody that art. That's not the art for my character.
That's what everybody was saying. That was the art for your character. It
Nope.
doesn't matter.
Sent a totally different picture. Whatever. Anyway, continuing on forward.
Speaking of a wolf, badges.
Oh yeah, I happen to be a ranger, and my companion is a large but not dire wolf, and his name is Big Bad.
Yeah, the wolf walks in your shadow, though is impeccably trained and makes no lunges or doesn't pee on the rug or anything like that. It does let out a low growl just at the place itself, and he's kind of keeping watch. Um, Dathis, this you'd say 100% chance this is the people that the tarot cards had instructed you to find. The beautiful woman with red hair, clearly kind of a noble genealogy. No, you couldn't mistake her.
Oh, oh, you're talking about what's her name?
Irina.
Yeah. I'll walk over to her and politely bow in front of her and say, "Hello, madam. I was sent to help you along with my brother here. Um, could you tell me more about yourself?"
Uh, First off, Irina says, "I'm sorry about your brother. Trust me, I know the pain of losing someone. Um,
Yes,
have,
yes. We have
hope."
lost our mother together through all of this difficulty. And I believe that is part of the reason why these two decided to go out on their own without asking their brother to come.
She says, "The cursed night hags seem to have taken him somewhere. If it's at all possible, I hope we can one day find him."
Yes, I do as well.
Irina and Party, well, actually, um, what am I thinking? You and Layden, as you kind of pick yourselves up, tend to your wounds, stitch, some organs back together over the course of a while. Dathis and Layden, um, the Arena and Party will sit you down and give you the whole spiel of like all this happened. That would take like forever to, you know, get all that shit
Yeah.
out. But if you have any questions, basically, Arena hunted by Strahd, kind of got you guys in with her. You all want to kill Strahd and escape this cursed place. She knows where an artifact is that supposedly gives more information on Strahd. She's leading you there. You keep getting into hijinks, but that's where you're going. That's the long and the short of it.
Thanks.
The other NPC, Hector, in character, an elf might know. They're old. Uh, he, no one, unless you want to, players volunteer the information. He just says, "I'm here to help as well." Basically, he doesn't get into why.
I'll tell him later.
Layden and Dathis.
I'll look him up and down and say, yes, you seem like the kind of person that's interested in helping.
The what was your wolf's name again?
Big Bad.
Big Bad?
Bad gives him a long sniff.
No, yes, boy.
It's like weird.
Holy crap.
So, meshing the party together, kind of smushing it quickly, just for the sake of time and all that. You guys can RP as much as you want, though. But you do find yourselves in the windmill. A deafening silence has occurred after all the insanity that was just a few minutes ago. The points of interest are the ones I stated. What do you do?
Is there actually a door?
Yes. It was pushed open by Arena when you guys were contemplating escaping. It was a big wooden door. It's open. Oh, for the witch? No,
Yeah.
that was a trick. That was a trick.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, no.
was merely a
There
trick.
is the
There's a
door that.
door.
There's a
There is
wooden
a
door
door
that
to
goes
the
out.
upstairs.
True. Yes.
Oh yeah,
I found this
we'll take up
necklace
our
also, but I got sidetracked because the kids said that y'all were bringing one of these shitheads back.
Yes. It's dangerous. As Calgath saw. Upstairs. Layton is quite familiar up here. There are a couple of bird cage style, I don't know the real term, like keeps, prisoners, like cages, as well as other various these gruesome torture devices. All these like effigies and totems and arcanic scripts. All this stuff. Give me a perception.
About how long was I in this room?
That's a natural 14.
You know,
So 22.
Layton, how long did you want to be in the room?
I don't know. Like, I would say a couple days. I don't know how long they would keep around something that irritates them every day.
Yeah. Depends on if you want these hags to be like a major character enemy or just like an annoyance you found along the roadside.
Well, I mean, I got a hard on to freaking crush their fucking skulls, but
So maybe like a really rough week where they tortured you and
yeah.
but
A
nothing
hard-on
so
to
much
crush their
as
skulls, aptly put.
not like
Yeah.
a long time prisoner.
So yeah, whenever we all go up there, like, so this is my room. This is my bed up there.
They were terrible roommates.
Yeah. There was these two little kids. I tossed them out the window, but they were in this other cage. And the older of the skanks was over here crushing up bones for something. Other than that, there's just a big pile of shit over here. And I found this necklace. It feels weird. It might be magic. I don't know. Does somebody know how to do anything with that?
Garrett, I rolled a 22 for my perception.
I don't believe anyone would have identified, so someone would have to attune to it, which will take time. And for a 22 perception, let's see. Yes, no secrets left uncovered with that. The hags seem to sleep at random in their own filth with no like rhyme or reason, digging through one particular pile of totems and fetishes and trash. You do find what looks to be a small journal.
Ooh, a small journal, you say? Give me them deets.
A key to any D&D campaign. Looking through the journal, find many alchemical sort of lists, most of which don't mean anything to you. Poultices and poisons that can be made with the right knowledge. Charcoal drawing. Well, the poultices and stuff, depending on your background, may or may not be relevant. But you do find a charcoal drawing of an older bard. By the look of it, you know that because it's Rictavio from Valaki. You had met several times, and he had helped you out a few times. The note on his drawing simply says, "Not what he seems, dangerous."
It just says he's a real bitch.
There's a description of a beautiful gypsy woman named Tilly. She notes that Tilly cannot be trusted. Strahd's men will want to know.
Can you name her Phyllis?
Tilly.
Ran off with a voodoo priestess named Phyllis?
Did any of them talk about Strahd at all, like out in the open during my
Yeah, well,
week
they
in
would.
hell?
They called him Lord Strahd.
Yeah. They would pay patronage to him and occasionally say things like, kind of like king-making shit, like this faction over here is getting a little bit too powerful. We'll have to do something about them. Or this city is getting a little too safe. They need some despair and they need some hopelessness.
Really?
Yeah, they do seem to serve Strahd in a very macro way.
Okay, so I was actually heading in the right direction.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You should number one enemy. We should chase these motherfuckers down.
There are some this and that's of like the personal life. They took this windmill from a kindly druid who was famous for his flowers long before Strahd's reign. Once Strahd came into power, They offered this place and its power to Strahd in return for more of their own. They worship some sort of deity named Seithleen.
You want to spell that?
Ceithlleann.
Eann.
Leann. Like
Alright.
Seithleen. But they only mention her in reverent whispers. Whereas Strahd, they treat him more like a general or something like that. One particular note, finally, is they say that the trick to teeth magic is a piece of wood that can only a piece of wood that has been anointed in blood and salt can break the barrier. Otherwise, you will be sorry. You have no idea what that means.
Heath magic?
Yes.
Anointed in salt and what else?
Blood.
Blood?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like some tooth fairies.
Mhm.
Sounds like a delicious Thanksgiving feast.
There's good chunks of information there. Context needed, though. That's about all you find. Uh, you guys do know?
Oh, I don't think I leveled up. Didn't we level up?
Yeah,
It'd be
we are level 6.
Yes, 6.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Like consider like a short rest. Because
Do
I
you
think
guys
we're
want to take a
all
short rest?
looking really rough.
Yes. Should be. You should be.
Guys,
mean-
do you want to like just chill here for a little bit? Because I'm having a really bad day.
Well, if you're having a bad day, I do happen to have one of these
Oh, my healing spells heal
pies
me
that
as
they
well.
made.
Wait, what? They were making pies down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were gonna make you into a pie.
Yep.
Well, I guess that explains what the fuck they're doing with all the bones. Just
And
thought it
before
was
I
some
knew
kind
what
of
was in there, I would
fetish.
have gladly eaten you.
Calagath, you sure you don't want
That's
another
not
pie?
disturbing at all.
Elgath, you
mean-
do want another pie.
You see me half eating another pie already, and it's just like what? I can't let them go to waste. You want all these deaths to have been
You
in
really,
vain?
did you really just pick one of the random pies that they had here?
Ew, ugh.
Garrett, do we need to roll on a table for if they had a poison pie?
No, none
Fuck
are
it,
poison.
You know what? I want some of those pies to hold my bag.
Good God.
I'm gonna take some pies, because you never know what
You
they
never
can
know
do.
when it turns into a fucking crackhead for pies.
You never know whenever you're gonna have souffle come out of me and just do some random shit with a pie. How many pies do I take, Garrett? What do I need to roll for that?
Give me a D8. How about
A
that?
D8.
Laying around, but you can make new ones. You don't know how, but there's
Alright.
There's a D8 laying around.
Oh, there's 3 that I've taken, so I now have 6 pies. Because I paid for the 3 at the end.
How bad did
Delicious, calming heroin pies. Kids' bones in them.
how quickly do they degrade?
But they make me feel good.
6 LSD pies.
You're not sure, Patches. You're not sure. So what else you guys do? Anything? Just hanging out up there?
Just
Me and Big Bad are gonna take a look around.
yeah, I'm kind of looking around, see if I can remember anything that they were doing that might have piqued my interest in this week in between, all of the brutal torture.
Good question.
Maybe a hiding place that they were putting some notes or anything that might be of use, other than
Me-
that other thing that you said.
The journal that I have?
The journal, yeah, the journal.
Give me an intelligence check for memory.
Let me go ahead
Okay.
and add
That's
that to my
gonna be
list, too.
rough.
For me, do you want me to roll perception for me at the wolf?
Yes.
Oh fuck! Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Well, here's a passing perception of 16. But I was gonna roll.
Yeah, I repressed all of this past week. I don't remember what went on.
The hags like song and dance about just being simple bakers is completely fabricated. They're very smart, very evil, very powerful. They wouldn't speak any secrets out loud like that with you around.
Oh, starting the night off right.
Not so much because they want to keep secrets, just because they're bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your
Oh,
perception?
because you want to keep a special
Um,
secret? No, we just don't like you.
The wolf got a 16 and I got a 20.
Wolf's perception is more for like
Mine's-
game and wolf stuff. So if he's ever like, oh, he got a 24, but he's not gonna be able to tell you like this man is up to something. You know, he's just gonna be like, food in this direction. But your 20 is quite
Well,
fine.
it was an ad 20, so
Is
it's
Billy in the
25.
well?
You guys have pretty much cleared through all this. Walking around the grounds. The only last thing to check really, Patches,
The structure.
you find a strange black monolith that sits behind the windmill in a large circle of buried dead grass. Perhaps about 8 foot tall, the obelisk-like shape exudes a uncomfortable magical energy.
Yeah, just nobody in this like 12-person town went behind the fucking bakery.
You never
I
know.
was there, what are they gonna do about it?
I run up and touch it.
Oh
Of
shit!
course you fucking would.
Hi.
And I say, maybe if I rub it, it'll give me more pie. Like a little magic pie lamp.
Every campaign. Hey, here's this mysterious shit that you don't know what does. I'm gonna rub my dick on it. James, what the fuck?
Bless
man?
you, James. Bless you. Is everyone joining Calgath in this endeavor?
No,
I'm just standing.
absolutely not.
Okay.
What the fuck is he doing?
Don't
Is he
worry about
fucking
him.
doing that?
He always does this. I don't. This is why we let him to his own intentions. He's the
We're-
wild card of the party.
John,
gonna
I
s-
remember you getting trapped, your soul trapped in a fucking doll, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Okay, that
Kinda
was one
non-consensual.
time. Let's go back to the first time. Hey, there's a bunch of gold. I'm gonna touch it. There's a bunch of other shit here that's dangerous, and you want to touch
Hey,
the
that
pile
gold
of
was
fucking gold.
fine. That gold was fine.
No,
So me and,
negative, sir.
my wolf are gonna stay over here and cross our arms, just shake our heads and exasperate.
Everyone watching the guinea pig. Calgath, you get close to the monolith. It appears to be an onyx-like rock. It's very coarse and uneven. Just this big pillar of black stone, seemingly randomly here. Getting close to it, touching it, it feels very cold and coarse and sharp. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, let me. Hang on. 18.
It's pretty solid. Getting close to the monolith, the entire area, maybe 20 feet in diameter alone, is this mush of like dead grass and dark dirt, even more so than the normal Bavarian dirt and dead vegetation. Around the
I'll look
base,
over to Dathis and just be like, your brother's about to die.
Uh, I'll just sigh.
He's always doing shit like this.
This is part of the reason why my father sent me here to get them.
Yeah, he dies a lot. Just
Although
don't. He comes back. He's like a roach.
although, shut up.
It's like a
Although,
roach.
oh my god, you can lick windows when somebody else isn't talking. So, I'll say my father, although Calagath and Kalir are not his sons, he does believe in taking care of all of our family, regardless of who their parents were. And because they were the children of his once wife, it is our job to take care of all of them, even when they're busy touching demonic monoliths.
There goes old Billy just touching demonic monoliths again.
What's that girl? Calagath is touching stupid shit again?
Yeah.
Calgath, you touch it, nothing happens, thankfully. But
I
towards
spank
the
it like a
base,
naughty monolith.
rocks surround it at the base, and you notice large holes in between, which seem to cover an entryway going down below.
Do I notice a way to open it?
You just notice the large gaps. You'd probably have to get your hands dirty and move some rock.
I say, hey guys, there's an entrance down here. I start moving some rock.
I'll whistle to Big Bad to go, look at it, investigate it.
He smells the rocks. They are rocks.
Did we actually complete that short rest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's drastically going to change my reaction to what the fuck they're doing.
I guess moving the rocks is
do I
quite.
restore from a short rest?
It's up to you. It's kind of a pool from your level or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna burn like 4 hit dice on this because I'm like fucked up bad. Take a short rest. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I can make it automatically apply healing with dice result. And I can just choose however many?
Yep, until you run out.
Wow.
Alright, so
Don't forget,
what's
every
that?
time you roll a hit die, it's your hit die plus what your Constitution modifier is.
Alright, something didn't work right, but I had the little box checked for automatically apply healing, but it didn't heal me.
Yeah, it didn't do that for me either.
Something's weird.
All right, 4 hit die for me. I'm back to full.
Calgath, being the strong lad you are, moving the rocks out of the area is quite easy. You expose a sort of cave mouth. It's a little cramped. Dathis, you might have a little mental trouble getting through here, but it seems to lead to a little tiny, not tiny, but a small little cave entrance into a chamber below.
Is it lit down there?
No.
No.
Except for it's never sunny for sure, but just kind of a gray, morose.
Is it
ambient
lit
light.
like it's exciting?
That's up to you. You gotta get down there.
So I guess I'll help
Lit?
clear out some stuff.
Anybody got any way of making some light so we can see down there?
Yeah, hang on. And I'll take out my lantern and fully bring the shade hatches up. That way it can fully illuminate everything.
Yeah. You pour light into the area. It is during the day, quote unquote, as much as day happens in Barovia. So instead of a endless dark black, it's sort of this morose gray, sort of like a heavy rainy day. But the lantern light illuminates everything in a brilliant yellow.
All right, well,
Down.
I guess I got to be the one to walk forward since I have the light, huh?
I'll just
I'll be like, don't look at me. I touched the fucking thing.
Let's just get-
All right. I'm
keep
walking.
going.
I mean, I can go down with you.
I'll start walking.
I'll go right behind him.
So, for those brave enough to enter, entering the room below,
I'm
you're
gonna
met with
hide
a
behind him.
Okay, you can for sure. Entering the room below, you are met with a cramped circular chamber. Within, a large stone statue is in the center, taking up a big portion of the space. There's this big dirt circular like tomb almost,
All right,
with a
hold on.
big statue in the center.
Quick question, Patrick. How's your character doing?
Stressing out, really, really angry.
Sweating profusely.
I'm just
Luckily, it's just like a
Down-
dip in, and then not like crawling through a cave system. You know, it's just the entrance is small, but everything else is fine. So you're no wisdom checks or anything.
still hanging on to Big Bad's fur and just fucking sitting here and just trying to keep my shit.
The entrance is small, but everything else is fine. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
All right. Continuing forward, we're in this chamber.
Statue, on the wall, there's a tapestry hung directly on the dirt with these like long wooden pythons almost, and the tapestry uh, is depicting like these beautiful women all kind of dancing in a pond. It looks quite nice, except for the giant holes made by the pythons.
Is it of King Zetzna from fucking Heartspring?
No, oh God.
Does it have any kind of historical significance or any kind of I don't even know. Does it strike me as like religious in nature or something like that?
Unlikely. It seems to be just the tapestry that is blocking something. It's
Swear to
just
God, I
naked
think
naked
you're
ladies in a
behind that
The
pond.
line.
vagueness behind the statement something.
Statue
Blocking
itself
some.
is large and wide, depicting three different beings all involved in some sort of natural activity. Two, you're not sure about. A hunter stalks a deer with a drawn bow. In the center, a man looks up to a tall tree, and to the left, something you actually do recognize. A symbol of Aristil, adorned in his deer antler helm, bow at his side, looks outwards in a very regal way. On the
Yeah.
base of the statue is a script in a language you do not understand.
Do I understand it?
You speak Druidic?
Probably
Nope.
not.
I
Not
think you
even
can
for
only get
a
that
no.
in
None of us
character.
speak Druidic.
Roll
Yeah.
perception.
Maybe I should like multi-class with druid, being that I'm a follower of this.
That's a 26.
Nice.
Is
So it's natural
like
18.
11. Just low.
23.
Well, no surprises for the low rollers. You might be too fascinated by the statue and seeing Aristil, but for the winners,
I'm preoccupied. I begin like dropping to my knees and praying and that kind of stuff.
Still looking at the tapestry.
a dull, wet thunk can be heard from beyond the tapestry.
Wait, what?
I lift
A
my head up and I'm like, what the fuck
dull
is
wet
that?
thunk?
a,
Um,
a dull, wet thunk.
I
Uh,
look at Big Bad and I ready my bow.
yeah, I
All
whip
right.
out my quarterstaff and like sort of prod the tapestry, like feel if there's anything like does it feel like there's a void behind it or is it
Yes, it feels like there is a void behind it.
All right.
okay.
I'm
So
gonna stand on the
stand off
side.
to one side
Yeah.
so that uh that way if anything comes out, me and John are going to be flanking it.
All right, who's point man then? Hmm?
Uh, I guess
Who wants to stand in front and
I guess
get
would be
whacked?
the better sense would be if Dathis kind of backs up a bit, but
Yeah, that was already what I already did
yeah,
that.
because he already has his bow drawn and everything, so he can be pointing directly at it. But if he stands back or further away in case anything shoots out, he'll have a better chance of dodging it.
Yeah. I
But I
mean,
can sit there and hold the lantern right by the edge to kind of cast a little bit more light into it to see better while he
and I'll
moves the tapestry.
yeah, I can move the tapestry with my quarterstaff. I'll be able to poke it out farther and sort of pull back that a little bit so that somebody can see in there.
Revealing the tapestry. Room is a little bit more small, but much more bizarre. The walls, floor, and ceiling are all adorned with arcanic runes, circles, and words of power, as well as hanging fetishes and totems, little uh, Blair Witch style
Effigies?
humanoid effigies of drawn sticks and such, all sort of witch-like material all around. Um,
Yeah, are they down here?
in the center, a tiny fawn lies on its side, strapped down with rope. Several circles surround the fawn, with the largest and most outer circle made of children's teeth connected by a thin metal wire. The wet flesh sounds you hear come from a small device, a counterweight set up with a dagger on one end. The dagger stabs a stone. The device stabs a stone dagger into the fawn's side, then retracts. The wound heals almost instantly. Just as the weight system winds back again, stab into the small fawn, perpetually keeping the deer damaged.
Well,
Good
what the
job.
fuck? Is there anything else in the room?
That's it. Just this weird, like altar with this fawn strapped down, who looks at you with fear as you walk in. Very tiny.
I guess I'll slip through the door. I'm struggling to remember John's character's name. What's your
Ixalan.
name? Spell that?
Ixyllon.
Exelon. Ixalan. Ixalan?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Alright, Exelon, is it? Wanna follow me in?
Yeah, I'll be right behind you. I guess I'll stay a little bit closer. That way, the light would be more perpetual for you to see with.
Yeah, my eyes can't penetrate the darkness.
You know what? How about this? Give me the end of your staff right fast, and
You broke up real bad.
I'll take your staff and
Oh yeah.
off the edge of it.
Landed at
Anybody
the
else
edge,
hear
yeah.
him, or is it just me?
I got the context clues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
can't hear him.
casting light, but
Alright.
I can't hear him.
Hang on. You hear me now? Better? What you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was basically gonna take your staff and some rope and tie it to where my lantern hangs off the end of your quarterstaff. That way you can use that to put in front of you to see better.
Okay.
I'll just try not to use this as a weapon while I'm doing this.
Yeah, that's the only light source I have. It'd be nice.
Alright, so yeah, I will take lead and go on in. Uh uh kind of easing my way around the edge of this sort of runic circle.
Mhm.
Is that entire device sort of contained within the circle of teeth?
Yes, yes. It's like on sort of a stump in the center, and this lean-to like weighted device that coils itself back up and then goes back in, and then on the you got several feet, and then on the outside there's a big circle of teeth.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to sort of spin my staff around to where it's not the lantern end. Use the butt of my staff to sort of disturb the circle. I just want to see if there's any reaction whenever I sort of push that ring of teeth and try to break the circle.
Yes, there is a reaction.
Alright, go.
A trap of sorts goes off, a sort of dark, arcanic energy. At being disturbed, it immediately shoots out these corrupting bolts of energy, seemingly from nowhere, just from the air itself. Entrances you with all these bolts of necrotic energy. Give me a dexterity save.
Saving throw. 19.
It's pretty good. So, 15 damage total.
Shit. Alright. I am really glad that I burned all of that shit.
Yeah, I used up all of mine.
I should have used more. I wasn't all the way up to full.
Barrier remains undisturbed.
Alright, so. Yeah, just fucking reeling from the intense pain.
Friggin' say, don't touch it! Don't touch it! It's bad! It's real bad! Fuck.
So, even while we're still in here, it's still the dagger's still falling, cutting the fawn, being raised, and the fawn's healing.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I will step over the ring of teeth.
You try and are immediately blocked as though hitting a solid wall. Give me a dexterity save.
Oh, shit.
16.
That's good. That's good. Some rogue shit. As a trap goes off, you are blocked as though hitting a solid wall. Then, bolts of necrotic death come out from nowhere, strike you, and disappear as soon as they arrived.
Damn, you're fucking slick. None of those got you? Fuck.
Yeah, that. Well, when you're nimble.
That's 20 cool backflips.
So, can we see where the device is being triggered from?
It's like,
Because the dagger has to
triggered.
be, the dagger's tied to something, so something has to be maneuvering.
Yeah, it's like a
Go on.
lever that pulls back the dagger just a little bit, and when it reaches a certain point, like the Japanese, like when
The
it fills with
dip and
water.
bird?
Yes, exactly like that. And it's using like a counterweight to do it. Real simplistic, like lever and pulley action kind of thing, just to move this little thing a little bit forward, and then the counterweight of like the strained wood that it's made of pulls it back. And then like the weight goes back down eventually.
I'm
Is
gonna
there any
pull
way
out
for
a
us to?
silver piece?
You know what?
I'll pull out a silver piece,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna.
Oh, fuck, I don't want to do this. This is gonna hurt so much. I'm gonna toss the silver in.
Bam! Hits a wall. It
Do I
doesn't
get
seem to have
struck?
a target necessarily, since it's an item flying. No necrotic bolts come out
Okay. Oh
from
god,
nowhere.
that could easily take me out and hit me again.
Are we able to
Uh,
reach to where the device is to kind of hinder it to where it doesn't trigger itself?
You could probably lean over with a staff, but there's
Any
a trap
teeth?
in the wall.
I'm gonna say don't do that. If my silver piece didn't go through the barrier, then a staff wouldn't reach either.
Anybody try any teeth?
Yeah, he moved the teeth, and that's what caused the reaction. He moved.
Oh, how much?
I cast
Hey,
guiding bolt.
Smacks the wall.
Fucking hell.
A dexterity save. Came straight from you.
shit. Excellent. What did your journal say about the teeth magic? Salt and blood, right?
18.
Well,
You're fine, except
I searched the room for
oh,
salt.
that's not bad. 10 damage.
no.
Yeah.
It's something.
Love the pain.
It's something different.
You have the journal. I can.
Yeah. I want to go back. Actually, I want
Is
to look
it-
in this room, and I want to see if there's any wood that's already in there that isn't what we brought in.
No. The room is quite open to you. The book says, "Just
The
teeth
trick
magic."
to teeth magic is a piece of wood anointed in salt and blood.
Blood.
yeah. So, is there any salt around? Any?
There is no salt in this little cave thing you found, but you are in a bakery for the most part. Right beside the bakery still.
Alright.
It's
So
all in there.
I say we do this. I will
I'll
actually.
stay in this area while you guys go get
Alright.
some salt.
Layden, let's go back up to the bakery. I got an idea.
All right. So I take off.
Back to the bakery.
So we're gonna go search for salt, and I want to search for if there is any vials of blood in there.
Your perception. Salt easy to find. They keep their baking goods quite organized on the first floor.
Natural 19. 27
There's-
total.
There's a good bit of blood on the ground. It's mostly from you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna use some of that.
No,
and,
no, wait. Let's get some of the hag's blood.
Sure, that's fine too.
It's
Well,
all
break
kind
off-
of mixed in.
break-
Yeah.
It's all relative.
Break off a
Blood,
leg
blood,
of
baby.
a chair, and like rub it in her blood, and like
Mm.
Well, I was gonna
salt
say we
the whole
use your.
thing.
I was gonna say we actually use your staff for that.
I wonder if this is like each one of us has to have one.
He doesn't want any
You
help.
all want to hold my staff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to break furniture, sure. I mean, if we do
I mean,
a
I'm
little bit of your
perfectly
staff
fine
and
with
have
all of
range,
you
but-
having my staff. I mean, I love handing out my staff.
Get a persuasion roll.
Takes a lot of hands.
Handing it out.
Your choice, though. We can use your quarterstaff to do what we can, since we have someone who does have a faith with us, or we could just pick random pieces of wood in here, furniture, or if anything looks like it's particularly interesting that they have.
Yeah, I guess that's also an option, is to kind of look around and see if there's anything like, is she wearing like maybe a necklace that has like a wooden medallion or just a piece of wood in her pocket?
Do I see anything with
Anything.
that perception roll I had?
No, you searched her pretty thoroughly.
Oh, shit.
Anything through the bottom floor or top floor?
Um, there's plenty of wood things. Chair legs, table, cooking instruments.
What about, is there like a type of staff or
Like, does she have a broom?
You're looking for wood?
yeah.
I'll pull out one of my arrows and snap it in half.
The
and
point
hand it
of
off.
the point of what we're doing is trying to see if there's any wood that would have semblance for them, since they're magical already.
Yes.
It would
There's
make sense
so-
that they have.
There might be some sort of ritual in order to anoint this shit, and we just want to. I don't want to get hit by those things again. It really sucked.
There are a couple of walking sticks by the door. Not
Yeah.
sure of their importance, but they are there.
Grab them
Yeah, well, I'll grab those sticks and. All right.
and
You got
look at
salt?
them real close and see
You
if
grab
there's
those
no
dicks.
flecks of
Is
blood
that what
on
I
it.
heard you say? What's that?
You know what?
Walking
You know
sticks
what?
look like they got
no
blood
blood.
on them.
Nope.
Oh.
I got it. I'm gonna walk over to her dead body,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna cut part of her fucking arm off, like just
Uh,
chop right at the fucking forearm, and then
Gross.
hold it up. That way the blood doesn't drain out.
I'm gonna look over to him and just make eye contact and say, "Disgusting."
gross.
Look, I worked in a morgue. I know what I'm doing. It's okay.
Did y'all do that in the morgue?
Kind of a moral work.
Well, yeah, when you gotta cremate people, you gotta dismember them so that they can fit in the furnace. So
That's not how that happens at all. Actually, no.
it does in Barovia.
Grandma?
Wow. I'm seeing a seedy underbelly of the morgue world.
Are you bringing all the ingredients down to the cave with you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Jar of salt, it's real cute, has a little top on it. You'd expect a nice grandma to have something like this. All part of the illusion. Bloody arm and sticks.
All right. So when we get back down there, I want to stop in front of the statues, and I'm gonna call for Caligath to come see, out of the room to where we are, and I want to flip through the journal and see if there's anything, like showing them, so that way they can see if there's anything that would look, similar to anything that has to deal with rituals or, understanding of deities and how to do things, because that's not me.
No, looking through the journal, the only relevance the statue had is they had in their like musings had said that they took this from a local druid, so it's probably something that belonged to him at one point, and that was unceremoniously buried to put away from their sight.
Right. Well,
Nothing about any ritual other than the wood.
well, Caligath, you're the only one who has, deitic following. You got your belief. You want to try to anoint this staff?
In the blood?
Well, yeah.
Ugh.
So I guess we'll take a. Does anyone have? Well, fuck, while we're up there, I grabbed like a dish at the same time.
Okay.
I mean, I have a deity that I follow.
Well,
It's
I
the
don't-
wood elf of nature.
I was about to say, is it a loon?
No, it's Riafane Ralathil.
well, either one of you if you want, and I'll take some of the salt and put it in the dish, and then I'll take her arm and kind of turn it and squeeze it like you're trying to pull the extra substance
Yeah.
out of a tube, and kind of drip the blood into the actual dish, and then I'll mix it up and hand it to them to do what they need to do.
Cranking some cheese at Olive Garden.
Yeah. Say when to stop, and I'll stop with your donations.
It's a bit vague. Brothers, are you going to try to do anything in particular?
I will walk over to the bowl, place one hand on Big Bad on my left, and place my right hand over the bowl, and say a prayer, asking to anoint the wood with the salt and blood.
I will likewise do a prayer to Aristil.
Your prayers are thus said. Nothing miraculous happens, but you do say them. Now what?
Don't look at me. I'm not getting hit by those bullets again. Somebody else has got to put their dick on the line.
We go and wait for that stick to work.
Somebody has to walk up with it, right?
Yeah, try to touch the teeth
Who's the victim?
or step over the line.
I'll fucking do it.
Of course.
Calgath the Brave, you take the thusly salt, wood, and blood to the circle of children's teeth. Carefully walking past, you walk over it like nothing was ever there.
So it worked.
Now I stand in front of a fawn.
Yes, a very adorable spot-covered fawn is strapped down with thin rope on this sort of like big, not rotten, what's the like driftwood like stump, and is being slowly tortured by this sort of lean-to device, perpetually wounded for unknown reasons.
Before I let him go, I'll cast Cure Wounds.
There's no need really. It heals almost as the instant it's wounded.
Oh yeah.
It just
James,
stopped the machine.
Yeah, James, put your hand on the blade and see if it cuts you, and you heal after that.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do that.
He does everything else. Why not?
Now hit your head with it.
James, you gotta stop doing shit we tell you to do.
James, eat that corpse. See what happens.
Oh my god, he's doing it. Jeez. Yeah, I'll kind of like pet on him and try and calm him down.
Okay. He's strapped, so you can't see his reaction necessarily.
He always keeps that thing
Rolled
on him.
a 23 for ammo.
You see the whites of fear in his eyes as you walk up to it. There's also a deep intelligence there somewhere. Imagine if you were one of the hags, he would have a much different reaction. But for right now, he's just breathing heavily.
All right, I will unstrap him.
I'm not going near him. I have a fucking wolf.
That is true.
I doubt he's real appreciative of that.
James,
He's
Adorable
like
fawn.
as scared as he can be. Regardless.
James is gonna save this fawn and have a pet.
The adorable fawn stretches its tiny legs and prances around in a circle. It looks, as much as you can read a fawn's face, ecstatic. It prances, stretches, trips a little bit, and starts bouncing and running happily, seemingly overjoyed by being out of that torture that who knows how long it had been there for. It runs outside quickly before anyone can do anything. You can try to catch it, but it's quite fast.
Nah, I'm not gonna try and catch him.
I'm gonna leave it the fuck alone because I believe that nature should be left the fuck alone.
Good ideal. Its adorable spotted self will jump around with its newfound freedom, and on one particularly high jump, change from a physical deer to this three bright green lights, astral and translucent. They will absorb into the ground, causing grass and flowers to grow instantly from the spot, like a true miracle.
Is that
Good.
a fucking fake creature or something? What the fuck
A
was
blessing from Aristil.
A small tree appears just as miraculously, and from it, 5 beautiful berries grow, juicy reddish purple.
Juicy.
I suppose I go up to the berries and eat one.
Eating a berry,
that?
Jams, you get a 1d10 permanent hit point boost.
Holy shit.
Oh, nice.
Better roll that
Yeah, I
shit.
suppose all of us are gonna have a little time with the berries, right?
Yeah.
A good time with the
1d.
berries.
So fucking eat a
10.
berry.
So I'm just asking, depending on which orifice we place the berry, what?
Did you say that's a 1d10?
1d10.
1d10. Ooh,
Oh
8.
boy.
The dice be on your side.
Okay.
I got
So do I
7.
roll a physical dice or a digital one? Somebody tell me.
No one
I
trusts
All
the
the
physical. No one trusts the
This
digital
math is
around
just-
here.
So I
Yeah.
put that in Matt's HP modifier or override?
I think you just override.
I think override since it's something else.
No,
Alright.
don't do override. Override makes what your current what it'll actually be.
I'll just do modifier, so it's always there, I suppose.
Oh, shit. I got a 4.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
Shit, how do you change the fucking override? I did it before John said it.
You just back it out on override. Just put your HP modifier.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not letting you do that.
You figure that out. I'll take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Well, since my god is all druidic, I thought about taking a level in ranger, or half my levels in ranger and half of them in cleric, or maybe half in druid and half in cleric. I'm not sure.
Whatever. Yeah, I just
We
did.
don't have a fucking
I
pally
did
anymore,
straight
do
beast
we?
mastery.
No.
What is it?
Patrick, you were the paladin, right?
It was.
Yeah.
Fuck us. So that makes me the tank right now?
I don't know who else do we have.
I've got a really high AC. My AC is 18.
Let's say
Yeah.
James is a cleric. He could always be a battle cleric.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
pretty much always am.
My AC is a 17.
Yeah, so is mine.
Mine's a 16. I mean, it's not like all of us don't
I
have.
mean,
red.
without a shield, mine is 16, but I always have a shield.
I need, like, just more key points, I suppose. Then I can actually do, like, patient defense, like, every round and stupid
Yeah.
shit like that.
Okay, so can't tell you how scared I was if someone was gonna try to eat all the berries at once.
You expected James to do that, huh?
I did think about it.
James has 150 HP now.
Oh, God.
I'll say each berry gets a
Nigh
D2 now.
unkillable.
I don't know, man. I kind of think we should have picked one person and just let them fucking eat all of it. Let them be the tank.
The tank, yeah.
There was a game
Nope,
that I
doesn't
ran
work.
where there was a,
Can we back
tree
up and let James do that?
Fuck no, I want the extra HP.
I'll give James my berry if he fucking starts tanking and everything.
Patrick
That's awesome.
throws his berry up like a cat.
What about the game you ran?
James
I ran a
barks like
game where there was this tree that grew black fruit, and each character could go in to this room. It was magically teleported to this room, and the tree would have a fruit on it. And so you could go into the room as many times as you want. The first time you ate the apple, it gave you a +1 to a random stat, just permanently. The second time you went in, it did a -2 to a random stat.
Oof.
If you continued to do it after 5 times, it would disintegrate your character and you couldn't be revived ever. Like it destroyed your soul.
awesome. That's the kind of thing James would do.
That's what D
Disintegrate
did.
myself? I don't even need help with that.
Exactly.
Just give him a river of lava. He's good.
Yeah. I'll lay down on it like a lawn chair.
With that night hags defeated in enormous air quotes, and time taken to free this little tortured creature, some druidic, possibly fae. You're not sure the backstory or why. Maybe a pet of the druid that lived here before. Who knows? But you took time to release it and figure it out what's going on, and we're so rewarded. The berries taste as sweet and delicious as any food you've ever tasted in your life, and you feel better having eaten it.
Does it taste better than the pies?
That's
Have you
opinion.
had a pie yet?
No, I haven't had a pie. I'm asking these other assholes. I don't want to eat the pies.
Have to
Don't
ask.
tell them what's in the pies.
So yeah.
John over here sniffing John's backpack.
Yeah.
What kind of time of day is this? Like, what
Um,
are we looking at?
the fight itself was really fast because in real time it was like a minute maybe.
We just run
So
up and like
Yeah,
you
I think
came to
we
the
didn't
wrong
even make it through 3 rounds
and
of
walk off.
combat.
a long rest and like a short rest and searching. It's probably close to like 3 or 4 p.m.
All
So
right.
now
No,
it's not just dark;
let's
it's
head
like
back to,
dark, dark.
It's getting
You know what
dark.
I'm saying?
do not tell anyone about what we found. Because they will murder us for ruining their supply.
Yeah, I do wonder whether
I
those
I uh I get a can of
were
spray
in
paint and
on
I
the
say
game.
thanks for the pies
They would.
from Dirty Mike and the boys.
Are we outside or are we still in this underground little thing?
I assumed you left and went and watched the majesty of the little fawn jumping around. That was like a cutscene. So.
Okay, yeah. I am kind of looking around and seeing if there's any other citizens of this little. We're in like a little town, right?
Yes. You're on the outskirts. It's this huge windmill on a hill, but it's long since decrepit. And calling this town a town is like giving it a little credit. It's more like a little shanty village.
It's a hamlet.
But give me a perception check as you look around.
All right. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a 6.
No, the day is just getting darker. You're out here alone with Dirty Mike and the boys.
I
Can
say we
somebody
head back to
remind
the
me what
town.
happened to Irina's brother?
Strahd chopped his head off in an instant.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
I remember something happened to him. I kept going like, man, there's like this whole character that have we been forgetting him?
Yeah, you guys were all set to leave, and Strahd popped up just to, be a dick about it. And then he tried to strike him, and Strahd chopped his head off before he even, like, he cut
Oh
his leg
yeah,
off.
that's whenever I was gonna attack him, and you're like, oh man, I wish you would have attacked him.
Wait, you guys met Strahd?
Oh yeah, plenty of times. Look here, I got a bottle of his wine right here.
Wait, you
It's a
got
good
wine?
vintage.
Yeah,
7,000 years old.
I wouldn't say drink it though. Oh no, actually, hold on,
You guys are his favorite pets.
And I dig out of my bag and I pull out that flask I have of the wine that I took from Kalir Spirits.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, try this right fast.
Name more
Alright.
valuable than in death now.
So I'll try this. What is this?
Wine.
And I try it.
Oh. What is this?
The boys saved a local winery from a bunch of tree blights and evil things. The wine is quite delicious.
Huh.
One of the
This wine is
few
quite
remaining, one of the few remaining positive things in this land.
Oh, wow.
Well, I say we head back to the inn and we try to, or not, well, yeah, the inn, and try to plan our next route of where we need to go. I'm sure Arena can give us an idea about which direction we have to head towards, and I think everyone could use a good night's rest.
Yeah, we can get up early and start this shit. Yeah, today sucked. Not gonna lie, guys, today sucked. I didn't like it.
Big shout
I'm
out.
like, yeah, we don't have any more pies.
There's
Sure.
the sniff of the faint smell of pie wafts from Ixalan's coat.
He,
Like,
he don't know that. He don't know that.
Actually, I think I have proficiency in cooking utensils.
I could go make us a meal in this bakery.
Caligas, stop sniffing my ass.
I'm not using the bone meal.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
I walk back with a bowl of bone meal I was already bringing into the room.
You're like licking your finger, dipping it in, like putting it on your cheeks.
Like fucking fun dip.
I actually have
Well,
no
nobody
idea
else
where
is
to find that. Extras, maybe? I don't.
What, your
There's-
cooking utensils is going to be in your inventory.
Well, I wanted to see, like, I think I have proficiency in
All
that, but
right,
I don't
so
know
if
where to
you
find
look,
any of that.
yeah, if you look where your proficiencies are in like your
Oh, I
languages
see
and
it now.
tools,
Yes, cook's utensils.
there you go.
Yeah, sweet. I don't know how to use any of that, but sure. Yeah,
So
I'll go in
it
there
You
and
would
just
be
I'll use all of their cooking utensils, and I don't think I actually bought any, so I'll steal all of those too.
so if you use your utensils or your tools or whatever you're proficient in, you would roll a d20, add whatever modifier the DM wants to do, and add your proficiency to it, and that will be what your total result will be.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try to cook us a fucking gangster ass meal, not using any fucking bone meal.
When we had this discussion last D&D, we decided on performance because it's a dexterous thing, but you also have to use your mind, and it's kind of like
Art.
It
it's like
made it
following instructions
Yeah, it made
as
it
well.
easier having someone who could do a plus 13 in fucking performance
oh,
maneuver.
yeah.
Oh God.
Give me a
So that
D20 plus 2 plus performance,
wait,
or maybe
plus
3 for your proficiency.
shit. I don't know
Is that what
where
your
do I
proficiency
find
is?
my proficiency.
See, whenever I did it, I just rolled a performance check. I didn't do any of the proficiencies or anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can just do that because, well,
But see,
never
like for
mind. I'm
me,
not, but I'm
for,
not proficient in performance, so I got to figure out what my actual proficiency bonus is.
When you have the tools, it gives you proficiency.
yeah,
So you'll get a plus your proficiency.
yeah. So that's what I was saying. So
This is a monk at level 6.
All right, what is? Oh, proficiency plus 3. Duh.
Yeah, there you go.
Stupid.
yeah, so like if I use my thieves tools, I would roll a d20, add my
Oh
dex
shit!
modifier and my proficiency.
So I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, damn, the spirit of souffle lives on.
You're right. It sure the fuck does.
So I come out with a giantly oversized fucking chef's hat. It like kind of goes down half my back and just sort of like cuts across the top of my forehead. And I come out with like some fucking I don't even know why I don't know what the fuck they actually had available, but I make like a fucking giant ass cake with some fucking all kinds of fucking stupid shit on
Damn.
it.
Wow. Uh, let me see. Give me a D100, please.
Oh boy. A D100. Okay. Let's see what that does. 29.
29. So, we had picked up this little house rule for cooking since it was such a big part of Souffle's life. If you've gotten that 20 on your check, your food would be so good it would give a minor buff. And of course, we'd roll for that buff.
Oh.
So for everyone that partooketh in the meal, the giant cake, Super Mario RPG style, um, all of you will be able to ignore the stunned condition once.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh.
So next time you get stunned, just shake it off. That cake was so good. The memory of it is making me immune to being stunned.
What? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oddly specific, but you know the chart gives and the chart taketh away.
Yeah. I'll put that under notes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from the child murder, this is actually a very competent bakery. They have all the ingredients laid out perfectly. The big oven is huge and as well designed with the heat controls and all that. And for medieval times, you were able to bake a wonderful dessert that is a wonderful balm for the horrors that you've all faced today.
Yes.
Excellent.
As far as the tavern goes, getting back to the early bird is kind of your only option unless you want to make camp. Um, get back to my notes. Um, yes, Irina has a map of the area. She has many little marks and roads and notes and all that. And she unfurls it, and she had shown you the other day, but she once again points out your next steps. It's not even marked on the map, but she makes a little circle for Berez, which you're at now, and just up to the north, around the left side of a mountain. There's a place called the Abbey of Saint Markovia. It is a huge city slash monastery. like big stone walls, and rumor has it that this is where Strahd's parents are buried. Further rumor has it that Strahd killed them.
I know I wrote those down in notes, but I don't see it.
When you met the strange gypsy woman on your first entrance into this cursed land, one of your tarot cards had spoken about a tome that gives more information about Strahd and his cursed lineage. You and Arena expect to find this here at the Abbey.
As per the tarot card, she flips a card to reveal nothing on the tome. A consecrated woman now shows, consecrated woman now shows, find the woman who gave birth to the devil.
So
Do
you
we
all
have any idea who the fuck that is?
No.
you expect his mother gave birth to him.
Well, yes.
The only thing is,
But is there like some,
well, no,
you know,
given that if they're dead, we have to find their bodies.
is this spoken folklore like who his mother is or
Why,
anything, or is
why
that just like
exactly are
nobody
we
talks about that?
Yeah,
And
What's up, Patrick?
what's the purpose of finding their bodies? Like, what is that going to do for us?
To what end? Yeah.
you don't know, but considering they're dead and you can't speak to them in real life, this is the closest lead you have.
Just trying to figure out why we're trying to go.
Why are we
That's
digging up dead
Dead.
people?
And that's the tarot cards talk.
It's
Heart of
it's
cards.
it's vague. It just leads you in a direction. You'll have to see what you find when you get there.
So anybody wanna take a wild guess what the fuck these marks on our hands mean?
I have no idea. I don't have one.
Well, if it
Can
came
I
for
like
something
knowledge
magical.
religion?
Can I look at it, inspect it, and then roll Arcana to see how much or if I know anything about them?
Yes, though it's very unlikely you know a lot of specific details.
I'll show them the mark that's has been placed
Uh,
upon my hand.
It would be 23. It would be a nat 20 plus 3.
Damn.
Good God.
You don't know
Well,
much about
I
shit.
rolled a 4, so it doesn't really matter what that plus is
Yeah, I
because
mean, I
that
still
ain't enough.
don't know anything. I'm just.
You just don't know anything better than everybody.
Actually,
Oh fuck.
forgot to mention. That's my bad. When you freed the fawn, all of you had a sharp, biting pain in your hand, but only for a moment, and it seemed to get a
our
little
marks.
larger. Yes.
What?
So
It
that,
got
mean-
large.
that would
Just a
mean
little
that
bit larger.
that would mean that Caligath's
It's like the curse mark from fucking Princess Mononoke. It's growing on us.
except for because you already had her do something to you beforehand. After it was already placed, yours should be larger than what everyone else's is.
Yeah, Calgas in particular, even larger still, with bands going, like starting to go up around his hand to the backside.
Every time we take healing magic or use healing magic, because it was whenever he used his healing magic to frickin' get the fucking gank back up.
I think it was more that I was casting magic on the evil witch.
No, you
Less
cast
than this
you
one.
cast you cast Revivify on her. Something basically.
And then whenever we ate the berries and it gave us more life, it got bigger again.
Oh, I thought it was when the fawn got released is when it grew bigger.
You're not sure of the specifics, really.
Okay.
Fuck.
Indeed.
Do I know anything about about it?
You didn't.
It looked like a curse.
It's definitely a curse. It's not something you would know about, but no, not really. You have no knowledge of hag magic.
Well,
I didn't think so, but I figured it was worth a shot.
Yeah, it's like you can't just give. It's a tough spot.
No, man, it makes sense.
Garrett, can I just
And
I
a
don't,
cast
I don't
hag.
like
want any
remove
free,
curse on
free
myself?
rides, you know.
Sure try.
So our plan is to sleep, get up, and then go find the grave of Strahd's mother.
Yep, the gang has been trying to get there for a long time now.
Any idea where to
No
even
matter how
begin to
many
look
jellyfish I throw at them.
For what?
any idea where the fuck we would even find his mom's grave?
Well, Irina
Yes.
has an idea about that, but
Yeah. Irina, how she
Getting
got in with the
engaged,
party is
hope one of them's dead.
she had heard or had knowledge that Strahd's parents were buried at the Abbey of Saint Markovia, which you guys are headed to now.
Oh, okay.
That's how she met the original party and how they kind of got together.
Okay, I'm assuming that they would have told me that earlier whenever we did the giant.
yeah, we're doing that while
talk.
we're resting for the night.
Well,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
news and bad
Catching you
news.
up.
I only have 3 spell slots for this spell. I cast remove curse on myself.
Remove curse.
Holy shit.
The strands lighten a little, but it does not go away.
Son of a bitch.
James just
Again! Again!
Does
Yeah,
his,
if you want to put in that effort, they do get a little lighter.
I mean,
Well,
we're about to go to bed.
Seems
Might as
to
well
be
Is
just...
it like-
another component to it.
is his like about the same size as ours now, or is it still a little bit darker than ours?
No, it's still a little bit larger. Like
Larger.
imagine
Yeah.
It's like an old tattoo.
imagine a
It's
circular
grown, but
tattoo on
it's-
your hand, but it's grown tentacles going around his hand, while you alls only have the circle and maybe a little like bits of strand coming out of it.
Okay.
He's
Oh
got full
god!
octopus tattoo, and you got
Orochimaru bit me!
yeah, it doesn't seem to be quite as effective as you'd hoped. There seems to be another part to it, as with most curses, as you would know. That's what you can tell him, Patches, with your 20. Curses often involve step 1, casting remove curse, but often there's step 2, which is like another component about the ritual.
Maybe it's got something to do with the witch's blood. I don't know. But what would counteract a witch? A fairy?
Staff, apparently.
Stab to the forehead seems to work.
Yeah, just stab them all in the forehead.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get the night over with so we can get going in the morning.
Yep.
A long day leaves a long rest. You guys finally rest up. Waking up, you get more of the same. Um, let me see. So the patrons here in the morning are all grumpy. Mood is low. Barkeep woman, who you never really talk to, has no dream pastries out. You hear a few people complaining, but there's nothing they can do about it. Everyone just kind of sits in a sullen, needful silence.
Because she has no pastries?
Yeah.
Sullen, needful, not sudden. Sorry. Yes.
Ah,
Shit. That didn't work.
Well, I will actually
Sorry.
approach the bar, and how many people is at the bar itself?
Pretty early still. This isn't a hot time for a tavern. Maybe just like 4 total, including the bar matron.
All right, I'll try to call her over where there's no one adjacent to me, so I can talk to her a little bit openly.
She says, "What do you want, troublemaker?"
Really, troublemaker, for the person or the group who figured out where these kids were missing? Seriously. Well, that's nice to know. I'm glad to hear that y'all care so much about missing children, since the 2 that are missing have returned home now. But sure, troublemaker. We'll go with that.
Well, I'm sure those children's parents are very happy, but that doesn't put any pastries on my, in my bar.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If those children didn't come back, they would be in those pastries. So, which one would you rather?
You see a look of revulsion take her. Says, "What are you talking about?"
Tell
You
her
know
the
those,
truth.
you know those pastries that you were gobbling and shuffling and shoving in people's faces?
Sure.
Make gingerbread houses. You had all these missing kids because those kids have died. So I really hope you
Yeah,
like
you
eating
are
little
eating
children.
bone pastries.
She kind of gives a shock to. How dare you say that to me? That's disgusting. Uh,
Oh,
you are a disgusting man.
oh.
Hey, walk across the street, lady.
I'll slam my mace on the counter and say, "You calling him a liar?"
Well, if you need truth, how about we all walk over there and we can show you?
She says,
Yeah,
"How about
there's
you
some
walk
of
out of my
mine.
tavern?"
No. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess if that's the case. Then I don't think you want one of these pies then. But all right.
I'll say,
uh,
"Watch it, bitch. You won't have a tavern for us to walk out of."
at that, she says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No. No. No.
Let's
No.
talk
No.
this out.
No.
Let's
No.
talk this
See,
out."
that's not how this works. You are perfectly fine with children disappearing and dying for cakes and pastries, whereas you don't even believe the fact that they were being used for them as long as you had your fix. No, I think we're done here. You don't want anything like that. You don't want to have. No, I'm done. I don't have any fucking faith for someone who decides that
I'm
kids
feeling the will of
deserve to die.
Kossuth rising up in me.
She says, "Look, I'll go wherever you want. Just give me a pastry."
No.
I'll say,
What
"Why don't you
pastries?
go fuck yourself?"
Oh, god damn it.
She grabs your shoulder. She's a large woman, hefty,
Oh Lord.
tall. She grabs your shoulders. She says, "Just one. Give me one."
I dodge out of her grip.
I'm pretty sure you can do that. Yeah.
I can't. I can't too if I rolled a nat 20.
I don't think she has a chance.
Yeah, you're kind of like Superman trying to.
If you roll higher than a 4, I think she has no chance.
Wow, it's very, very much like a patron to assault a customer, isn't it? Well, I'm done here.
No, I just want to talk.
No, I tried talking to you, and you don't want to. You don't want to have any of it. But the moment that you hear the truth, you completely ignore it. Well, I guess Strahd does make a difference in everyone. You yourself want to sit here and care little about the rest of the world and not make a difference, but hate what you're in.
uh, set the cue for your flourish of your cape and leave.
Oh, I don't even flourish my cape. I just stare at her.
Okay, then she's gonna keep like, no, I'm sorry, I care a lot, really. She's gonna keep pleading until you either give her a cake or leave. She's
I,
an addict.
I turn around and I stand on the table and I address the entire tavern. Everyone here, you enjoyed those pies, correct? But how do you feel if you knew you were eating little kids? Would you be fine with it?
A revulsion and a murmur of like, what did he say? What do you mean? And a mixed reaction of like, you're talking bullshit to, one person. You can see the color leave their faces. They kind of, they had their own suspicions, and you were just kind of confirming it. And they get a sickly green to their face, near to throwing up.
Bullshit, you say. Okay, that's fine. How many here of you are ones that have missing children? Any? Do you know someone who has a missing child? Well, if that's the case, how about you go find your local sheriff and you show him exactly where the windmill is, and y'all all go as a mob down there and see that no one is there anymore, and you will find the bones of little children that was being used.
I say, "Yes, leave," while I rub two sticks together vigorously.
Calgas like, yes, I should eat all the pastries so no one else has to.
Burn this bitch to the ground.
You have such dismal faith in your gods, and yet you want to sit here under Strahd's control and don't want to change it? The city's lost to ruin.
I think you're right about that. A few people leave in shocked horror and anger. A few others kind of stick to their guns, look at you in revulsion and disbelief. I mean, they just don't want to believe you, really. They just, they're fighting against it. It's not any kind of convincing necessarily. They're just rejecting it in their minds. Likely because they either have or know missing children themselves.
Well, no one wants to do anything about it. Y'all sit here in sorrow and sulk in your own disgrace. I'm out of here. And I turn around, and as I'm walking to the door, I stop, and I turn around and give one last statement. If you truly have any type of contempt for the travesties that happen for the missing children and can't handle it and want to change, let's see how well you handle. And I reach down and I grab a fucking pie and I toss it out to him and I walk out.
Damn. The rest of you.
I jump into the fray.
Let me.
It's so good when James has some like fucked up thing and we could play off that for no reason.
Okay, so who thinks we should just burn down the windmill?
I mean, yeah. A
Or
lot
do
of
you
good
think they
things
can
happen there.
actually use it for something decent? Or maybe let's just get rid of all the bone meal.
I mean, they can't do anything with it. It's just bone meal to those fucking people.
Like, I have no idea how shit that works. What is Kid Bones magic around here or something?
I think the magic came from them. That was just a required
The
ingredient.
magic's inside of you.
You just have to believe.
Yeah.
Calgath?
Touch.
Ixalan's speech seemed to unlock something in them. They look at the dream pastry with a despairing mix of want and also just despair and disgust. You see the internal turmoil within themselves.
The conflicting morality.
Just God, it's like their addiction mixed with what they know now and what some have thought to be true, and just their faces of turmoil. What do you do, Calgath?
I take a big handful of pie and slap it across the face of the barkeep.
Oh, okay.
And I say, "Good day, bitch." And I walk out.
Wow, dramatic exit. That's gonna be another temptation. Let me see. As you walk out, you see her on the ground crying, but also shoving dream pastry into her mouth.
Good God, no.
Yeah, the best idea you ever had is slap a cokehead in the face with some coke.
Get clean, slap him with coke.
There's about 20 kilos of coke somewhere in this house. Have fun.
Yeah.
Don't snort it. I'm watching you.
Good.
Like, hey, I hear there's like 30 more of those pastries in the windmill. You just gotta find them.
It's in that guy's backpack.
Oh yeah.
He's like, huh?
Who? Everybody rolls terrible on the perception checks at night, and then we all get our throats slit for the pie.
It's true.
And I only do that. What is it? What is it? The thing where I don't have to sleep.
Meditate.
Trance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
go in
Meditate?
trance
Yeah.
for fucking 4 hours or something.
Yeah,
like
Patrick
that.
and I are the only true elves. Fuckers.
Bullshit. So,
So many elves.
And I snore louder than any of you.
Ixalan rates his judgment of this town and finds them guilty. Irina shares this. She leaves in a disgust as well. She shakes her head and says sort of offhand, this place is bad, but some places are even worse than this.
Yeah, at least these
To no one
people
in
are
particular.
alive.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
think that's bad, baby? You should see how bad this dick is. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Got warts and shit.
Yes, Josh.
Oh
This
my
is this
god.
is how James plays.
Uh,
We're quickly running out of time. I had a couple of things more to do, but I want to get to a certain point. So, travel. It's about the same. You haven't gone very far. You're in the Luna River Valley, which is the valley that contains this huge river and is surrounded by mountains on the north and the west. So you're in this wet, marshy valley, leaving the shanty town that, well, you know, some good experiences there. At least you got berries and a cake, right? Um,
Hell yeah.
Cresting a tall hill after a few days of travel, mostly undisturbed. Um, Looking out in the gloomy, smoky gray that is the Barovian afternoon, your eyes quickly find the ruins of a large castle. The castle, now falling to ruin, was clearly once very beautiful. Huge stone dragons, works of immense skill and beauty, grip the four stone arches, the four stone pillars that make the square walls of each castle. Each dragon is beautifully detailed, immense, and unfortunately falling apart. Irina speaks up. This is Castle Argynvost. When Strahd was first conquering all those who still stood to oppose him, this was one of his toughest battles. The knights here said to hold great the knights here were said to hold the power of dragons and fought to the bloody end. Though they also say the castle itself is cursed and dangerous. Um, she just kind of speaking to all of you as a guide. She says the leader of the knights, Vladimir Stormguard, and his dragon Argynvost are said to be cursed by Strahd to haunt the halls of failure for all time. Can all of you, except for the new guys, so 3 of you, roll an intelligence check, please?
Oh wow, that's
7.
21.
Oh wait, no. And I was looking at a fucking save. Never mind. uh, 11.
Not much better. Not much better. Yeah, I guess it's just you two out of this party that got the initial tarot reading. Uh,
Mm, mm,
Elgath.
yes.
Something knocked loose, touching the 2001 space obelisk, I guess. Um, you remember very clearly. You flash back in your mind to the strange gypsy woman appearing out of the mist, flipping tarot cards and expelling great hope for you that maybe you have a chance. One of the tarot card flips. You remember clearly the art being very stylized, but from what you remember, a knight raises his drinking horn to a great round table. The other seats are filled with skeletons. The back of the card having a decrepit castle strangled by darkness and moonlight. The gypsy woman had stated, I see a fallen paladin of a fallen order of knights. He lingers like a ghost in a dead dragon's lair. This will be your fated ally against Strahd, if you have the power to make him so.
Yep.
Depends on what he wants.
Says right here. Let's see. Find the woman who gave birth to the devil. Flipped again. Great amulet, brilliant and shining with ruby in center. This cursed land was not as always. Strahd was not always master. Blank. It's blank. Now shows mountain on top, guard tower on the side. Go to the mountains. Climb the white tower guarded by the golden knights. Flips a third time. Glowing sword, vibrant beacon. This is the card of power. Tells of weapon of vengeance, sword of sunlight. And flip again to a monastery leading to a skull keep. 2 cards remain, very important to the tides of fate. First is normal tarot card is a knight raising a drinking horn to seats of skeletons. I see a fallen paladin of knights lingering like a ghost, ally against Strahd. Second card is a banquet hall.
If you were to find a fallen paladin and a fallen order of knights, believe this might be the place. Kalagath and Ixalan.
Is he saying any of this out loud?
No, that last part I was actually reading from when our first game. Like we had to, all of us rolled to see what tarot cards we flipped, and that
Oh,
would be
okay.
what the setting was that we had. So I was typing it all down. So if something came up, I had it right there in notes to read what was put down.
Gotcha, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
in character, Kalagath, are
Thought
you
you
are you
were
extolling this
monologuing.
memory?
No, I wrote that down for us actually in character to recall those events that had happened anytime they're mentioned.
Yes.
So now, Josh, you actually know what our tarot card readings were when we
Oh,
started.
so you are saying this out loud.
No. That part was for you to know out of character.
Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, that
I just
doesn't
So
I had it
that
typed
doesn't
down
help
for us to
later.
recall in character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
in character, Kalagath, are you extolling all this exposition,
I am.
or are you the sussy traitor and gonna ignore it?
Oh shit!
The sussy traitor.
Whatever that's among
Don't
us.
you plant those seeds in me?
He's got that sussy sass.
Oh yeah, I do return his lantern. I
Good
just
to
realized
remember.
I've been hanging on to it.
Thanks, since none of us, can see that far into the dark.
I thought elves could see in the dark.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help anyone else who can't see in the dark. Plus,
Yeah.
makes things you can't see color whenever you can
Yeah, dark
see
vision's not
dark. So,
perfect.
I'll say we should venture over to the castle and
jump into one of the paintings.
see if there's anyone there that might be of use to us.
Yeah.
So, party with the tarot in mind. Do you agree to this?
Yeah.
Sounds like it's our only option.
Do the stories say how this castle fell?
No,
No.
it did not give a vague detail to bring you to him.
It's all Strahd, baby. All Strahd.
Just follow Heart of the Cards.
Let's see. The old Zvalich Road, which you were on now, winds up to the forested slope up to the great castle. Though paling in size and monstrosity to Strahd's keep, the castle retains its somber nobility and harkens back to a time when knights and heroes ruled the land instead of monsters. The dragon statues carved into the fairy tale cones on each side, or each like equidistant side to the square, are beautifully carved, but as stated, quickly falling to ruin. The large steel gates have long since fallen forward, leaving the palisades open to the front entrance. The roof is rapidly falling into itself, more than a third of it now gone from the second floor and above. The courtyard is quiet, gloomy, and morose. A garden was once here, but now only the corpse of one. A few filthy, elements eaten statues are here and there, a large fountain that has long since stopped working. But in the middle of the courtyard, something sticks out. A rusted longsword is placed into a pedestal. 5 skulls line the blade, each pierced with the sword, though they are now falling apart due to time and element. The pedestal has a sentence carved into it in perfect relief. It says, I have turned your silver wings to stone, your glory to memory, and your hope to ash. So go all who oppose me. Strahd von Zarovich.
What
He
time
was
of
just
day
talking
is
shit everywhere.
Say that again.
what time of day is it?
No, what Garrett said.
Oh,
It's like midday, there and about. And I have turned your silver wings to stone, your glory to memory, and your hope to ash. So go all who oppose me. Strahd von Zarovich.
Can I inspect the sword without touching it?
Sure. Yeah. Looks to be a very not plain. Plain's the wrong word. It was a beautiful longsword with a brilliant filigree. It looks like small dragons carved into the handle on each side, with breath going out into the middle of the hilt. But now it's all rusted and terrible looking.
I do not touch it.
You're not going to touch this one, James. What?
Yeah, really.
That's the first thing I expected him to do is like, I'm going to touch
I
it.
touched the sword.
It kind of flimsily moves, having lost a lot of its
Integrity.
durability and integrity. Instead of a quick metallic light like ringing, it kind of bends into itself a little.
Yeah. I throw the sword on the ground.
Sword and skulls are removed from the pedestal. They kind of all fall down to the ground, making coconut noises, you know. And the rusty sword just hits the ground.
My goodness.
They deserve better than that.
We go and knock on the door.
A heavy rain starts, lightning in the distance. Flagstone steps lead up to a pair of huge wooden doors. Rusted iron bands support them, with massive silver door knockers in the shape of a dragon's head. The doors are slightly ajar, fixed in place due to disrepair. Stepping inside the main foyer, you are met with the haunted silence that this cursed castle holds for you. Next time on D&D.
Woo!
Y'all
Nice.
motherfuckers got pie?